So here's a topic I want to talk about because it comes up often when my daughters are recommending a movie or a television show, like on Netflix, or I'm recommending a movie to one of them. Um, Sexual content. Do you think that sex is necessary
Yeah.
in a movie or TV show?
But you're saying in a movie or TV show?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
In a movie or TV show, situationally.
Oh, really? You think it really adds to the storyline when they are having oral sex?
Whoa, you went from 0 to 60.
Because there are a lot of series, movies,
Are we talking nudity or sex?
both.
I think you should probably have like a 10 to 15 second cap on intimated sex in a movie. So
15 seconds is a really long time to sit there and watch somebody having simulated sex.
I would say if it serves the story, then I don't have a problem with it.
Oh, you don't think it's just like writers and directors want to get girls naked for the sake of getting naked so they can film them?
Well, you don't think like girls are naked on Instagram all the time for free. So like what, you don't think girls like to get naked?
That's their page.
Some girls.
Nope. Unless you're in porn,
You're telling
I don't
me.
think most actresses like to get naked. I think that they feel it is necessary to get that part. So they say, okay, but we're not talking about actresses who like it or don't. Going back to the question again, is it necessary to a show or a movie for a person to be naked for the plot?
Often, no. Sometimes, yes.
When is it necessary?
I
want you to tell me when it's necessary for a girl to be naked on screen.
Well, okay. So let's take, since I know this is one of your favorite topics, Game of Thrones as an example. I would say a lot of that was gratuitous fanboy nudity. You know, if you read the books, it's baked into the books, but the nudity was gratuitous or the sex was gratuitous.
Not necessary.
Not necessary. I mean, sure. Yeah. Peter Dinklage was, you know, he was the little bratty brother or stepbrother or whatever. And he liked to spend his time in brothels. But there were times where it was like, okay, I get it. You know,
I mean,
even as a dude,
you could be in a you could show a scene from a brothel without having TNA everywhere. You actually could be clothed in a brothel and know that it's a brothel.
Yeah. Women draped in
like lingerie,
sheets or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't disagree with you there.
Going back to you say you think it's necessary. Give me a movie where it's necessary.
I didn't say
you just said you said sometimes it's necessary.
I said sometimes it serves a story. Then yeah, it's like,
tell me a story it serves.
You're asking me? Are you asking me? Do I think it's necessary what I write into a movie? No. As a viewer, does it bother me? Only when it's like this is really stupid. Like fast forward.
When has it not been stupid?
Kids are in the other room.
When has it not been stupid?
I can't think of a specific example, but I'm sure there have been times where it's like it served the story. So.
I've never watched a movie in my entire life, and I am 54 years old, where I have felt a sex scene was absolutely necessary or a naked girl was necessary.
Well, you've obviously never seen a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, so.
And it was necessary.
I think it was for him, yeah. I mean, you know, it's rated R, Porky's, all those. It's like they have to show X amount of boobs for like people to come see the movie. You know?
I'm not talking about Porky's, because when you walk into a movie like Porky's, you're knowing what to expect. I'm talking about just a regular movie.
Like you talking like Euphoria, like the kids would never. Does Euphoria have a movie?
Euphoria has everything, and it's just like I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I don't know. We can even go back to Shakespeare in Love, when like Gwyneth Paltrow had to, like showed her breasts in that movie, like she had a dress on and they were unwrapping her. It's like that was not necessary. That was the director wanting to see her naked. And that was the writer writing that in, because that was not a necessary scene. I have yet to find a movie where it is necessary. So I'm telling you to find me a movie where you think it's necessary. Even 9.5 Weeks, the most sexual movie ever, still did not necessarily have to have a sex scene to make it sexy. Braveheart was a movie about love, marriage, everything. They had sex in that movie. You never once saw it. Never, not even. And that's an Academy Award winning movie.
There are plenty of dudes that are naked in movies now. I mean, come on. Are we really going to talk about this? There are butts everywhere.
No.
You're out of your mind.
You're kidding, right? You think a butt is
there's
nudity?
Full frontal too.
Oh, what movie? What movie have you seen that's full frontal? Because I haven't yet. Okay. My hand, one hand, 5 movies on one hand.
Let me see.
I could count that are full frontal.
Boardwalk Empire, dude was like not just full frontal, but he was actually aroused.
That's one.
I don't know. There are a bunch.
You name one.
Huh?
There's a bunch. You name one. Name another one. Because I can't think of any that are full frontal male.
I'm not keeping track of when men are naked.
Because it's
in
so
movies.
rare. But with women, it's always boobs. It's vagina. They will show full frontal on a woman.
Who?
Oh my God. Oh, let's just use
Name
Game
one.
of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
They don't show vagina.
They don't show full frontal. I saw full frontal on, it was Boardwalk Empire. I saw full frontal on a woman in Boardwalk Empire.
The HBO shows like to do that stuff.
There were so many scenes that I don't even know. Maybe they didn't show full frontal.
What was the name of that movie with the time travelers?
That was terrible. That was really bad. And she was naked the entire show. And I don't even know.
And you didn't think it was necessary?
Not at all. Okay. I absolutely did not think.
But you watched every single episode.
So really my
point is you got a double standard there. Like I'm saying as a viewer, here's my statement.
It's not necessary.
Do I think it's necessary? It's probably not necessary. As a viewer, do I mind it? I don't mind it as long as it's not like stupidly shoehorned in and just totally derails the story.
Oh, well, that's different for me because I won't watch a movie or a television series that
you lie. You just watched, what is the name? Outlander?
Yeah, that's honestly Outlander. That is literally
you won't watch a series. You won't watch a series with nudity in it.
That was only one. Because I have been recommended so many series that I won't watch when like the first episode is like two people having sex when it's so not necessary to the plot line.
Okay.
It's so not necessary.
Did you feel like it was necessary to the plot line on Outlander?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it didn't stop you from watching 100 episodes of the show. Like they went more seasons in Game of Thrones.
It is true because the sex wasn't, there was only one season. There was one season where it was really prevalent. But the other seasons, it was like, they didn't like highlight it as much. So that's why for me, but I ended up dropping out. I ended up dropping out. So, in my whole entire life, I've watched one series, 4 seasons where there was nudity and sex. But so for instance, last night, I finished watching the show, The Bear, season 2. And I thought to myself, please, for love of God, do not is it necessary that Cam has sex with this girl on screen? Like, is it even necessary? And it really wasn't. It was like just so refreshing that could we just show them in bed? Like everyone knows once they're in bed, what's going to happen. Why do we have to show it on camera? But why is it necessary on camera?
It's not necessary.
I think it's just to get people naked. I honestly think it's the director's way of just getting people naked so they could exploit them. I mean, there's an actor who recently said, I don't remember his name, and he's a pretty well-known actor in television, but he won't do sex scenes anymore. And he came from it was either Vampire Diaries or Gossip Girl or something, and he works a lot. So he's pretty, he's a working actor. And he won't do sex scenes anymore. And it was all over the newspapers and magazines and,
it's big news, huh?
It kind of was because it's the first time a guy has said that.
Okay.
And when they asked him why, he was like, it makes my wife uncomfortable and it's really not necessary.
Okay. Well, good for him. I mean, I don't know. I think there are plenty of people out there that, know it's in the contract. They know what they're getting when they sign up for the role.
Of course they do. It's not a surprise, but I think that
male or female. I definitely think male is more prevalent. Than it used to be. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not kidding.
Than it used to be. Okay. Yeah. So now in the past where you'd see one tushy in 25 movies, you'd see one guy tushy in 25 movies. Now what is it? I
don't know. Is this an argument for equity? Is that the issue?
Well, you're going to say it's
way more prevalent. You have gay cinema now. You have gay television now. You have all sorts of all different people of all different persuasions. Yes, male and female. There are definitely more males naked in television, in movies now than ever before. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So what's the percentage now?
I don't know what the percentage is. It's probably 70-30 still.
Okay. And 10 years ago, what was it? We've had to guess.
Oh, probably far less, I would imagine.
So you think there's 30%?
80-20, 90-10? I don't know.
That's not in female.
The shows that I've come across, it's dudes aren't afraid to let it all hang out now either.
And girls have to be fully nude and in really compromising positions. I just saw a movie the other day with my brother and sister-in-law when I was visiting them. It was a romantic comedy. It was where this girl meets this guy in college, blah, blah. And they're in the bedroom and he is performing oral sex on her. And I'm like, why am I watching this?
That would have been awkward.
Yeah, it was so unnecessary, but it is very common practice. It had nothing to do with the storyline. Nothing.
I think sometimes they wedge those in just so they can get that R rating,
That could be.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they were going for some particular thing in that movie. I don't disagree that it's exploitive if you're a young actor or actress and you feel like you need that role to pay your bills or to make it to the next level. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, like, as a viewer, from a story standpoint, if it doesn't take me out of it, then I don't care as much. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If it doesn't take you out of the story.
All right.
That's it. I can tell nothing got solved.
No, nothing got solved.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.